So Gerardo, being an ex-Marine, what is your message to those who are now in Iraq or any other base around the world in terms of the Bush administration's politics and how that's affecting their lives?
These decisions are really affecting the whole world. We've been fighting wars in multiple countries since World War II without a declaration of war from Congress. So these have all been under NATO, CETO, UN Resolution Article 54. These things are global issues that affect everybody. The Federal Reserve has taken over our monetary system. These are the same people that have created the IMF. So what happens here definitely affects the whole world. And with the administrations past and present ignoring the Constitution completely, should send a warning out to the whole world that these people aren't messing around and they don't care about our government and they don't care about everybody else's governments. Obviously so, about what they're doing.
So what about the soldiers who are presently fighting for this current administration? People here on the ground fighting this war, illegal war, if that's what it is.
How would they deal with that scenario?
Yeah, well, how...
Like if I were to talk to them?
Yeah, and how do you feel that they're thinking about that?
See, that's what makes it hard, because when you join the military, just like actually everyone in the office, in any sort of governmental office, you make an oath to defend the Constitution against enemies both foreign and domestic. So they have a responsibility unto themselves to stand up for what they believe is true and stand up for the Constitution. But at the same time, when you're training in a rifle squad, you can't step out and say, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, I can't fight with you guys because this is unconstitutional, because you're basically putting their life on the line now. They're not going to be able to train somebody and replace them to become a squad leader. You might as well say, hey, you guys are all going to die now because I don't want to back you up. So they're going to have to fight, even if they don't agree with it, which means they're bearing our sins. And that's a pretty serious thing to ask, which is why the people back home have to be that much more active. Because what are they really going to do, you know? I mean, if you were in that position, even if you knew it was unconstitutional, are you going to leave your squad behind and let them get killed and let some loser lead them who isn't trained? You're going to have to back them up.
So some people have went, some soldiers have went AWOL, you know, when they come back home, jumped into Canada. Obviously there's not many of them, but there have been a few of them. So which is an indication of how some of the soldiers are actually feeling about fighting a war in Iraq.
Yeah, you know, I don't really know what you do about that, because I don't really think that's the answer, but you got to follow your conscience too. So, you know, I couldn't have done that. You've made an oath. You've agreed to it. You've signed the dotted line. You can't back out of it. That was their choice to join. Nobody was drafted. Because they weren't learned on the issues before going in, and then they become learned, doesn't mean you can bail out after that. So, yeah, I wouldn't really recommend that, but at the same time, coming home in a body bag isn't too exciting.
That's not.
So, you know, how would you really answer that? I don't know. I mean, America has to talk about that and figure out how you answer those kind of questions. One person really can't answer that. That's probably the hardest question there is, because there's no greater power a country has than going to war. So that is the age-old question. But keep in mind, there are clauses in the military. They can't make you kill anyone. If you're a conscience objector, I have a hard time saying that word, but you cannot fight. They can't make you fight. They may make you be a combat medic, and you may be getting shot at, but they can't make you kill anybody. So people don't tell you about that. They don't talk about that, but that is the case. So if you really truly are against it, they can't make you kill anyone.
So do you believe that, do you think there's many conscientious objectors within the army serving in Iraq?
There could be. There could be. they might have just decided to be a medic beforehand, and nobody asked them, you know, hey, how you feel about it. They've just joined up to be a medic. So I don't think they really ask people that. My grandpa was in World War II, and he ended up getting put in an internment camp with the Japanese over in Nevada. So, and I actually called him a coward when I was a little kid once. And once I became a little more learned on the issues, yeah, I feel a little bad about that, and I haven't apologized to him yet, but I probably should.
You gotta maybe make up with
Charlotte was built in like 1990 off a plan from